The knowledge that there is such a thing as an unforgivable sin, and what that sin is, it actually is very insightful. So, since the unforgivable sin is blasphemy against the Spirit, and the fact that to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must be born again of the Spirit, born again from above. And we know that the parts of you that enter heaven after that death are your soul and your spirit, not your body, since the body obviously dies and gets left behind on earth. So we can kind of piece together a picture here of if during your life you managed to get born again, you allowed your own spirit to basically be receptive and follow the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is what will lead all spirits who are born again and in alliance, in communication with the Holy Spirit, or in sort of bonded to it even. And then all of those spirits will get pulled above, and with that the souls and the spirits that have been born again of the Spirit and have that link to the Holy Spirit, they will get pulled up to heaven. This is simply like this is like spiritual physics in a sense. And those spirits who didn't get born again and kind of latch onto the Holy Spirit, they'll just drop down. Like gravity of hell will take over. And that's just the law of how it works. And what God has told us about the unforgivable sin and from about being born again of the Spirit kind of leads to these conclusions. So, if you are someone who has blasphemed the Holy Spirit, I do have some advice for you. If you're someone who's blasphemed the Holy Spirit, most likely you're not going to come to this realization that, oh, I messed up, because when you do that, when you blaspheme the Spirit, you lose the ability to have that type of self-realization, because it's the Holy Spirit that shows you these insights into your life and into your understanding, and oh look, there's a bigger picture you need to see. So if you've blasphemed the Holy Spirit, you've severed that link completely. You're not going to be able to see that. But if hypothetically someone who's blasphemed the Holy Spirit is asking for advice, the only thing you can do is put yourself on God's mercy. He has the power to transcend his own law. He has the power to do anything. Like, even though it's the law that now you can't go to heaven, like, if you at this point come to a realization of your sin, of your mistake, and just spend the rest of your life trying to beg his mercy, live by his rules, like, I can't promise anything because it is the unforgivable sin, and you'll probably still go to hell, but maybe God will someday have mercy on you and pick you up out of hell and give you another chance. Like, that's the only thing left to do at that point, just beg for mercy. Because remember, the only one who can save you at that point is God himself. But yeah, for everyone else, it's very interesting to just connect all these different pieces of knowledge from the Bible and paint a bigger picture of how all of this works. When you are born again in the Spirit, born again, your soul forms a connection to the Holy Spirit, or your spirit forms a connection to the Holy Spirit. And that's why once you die on earth, your spirit is naturally just ready to be guided up to heaven because of that link that has been there since you got born again.